Did we stop again? Are we there already? The base seems to be a bit wobbly. Are you sure we're not moving?
More like alcohol intoxication has wreaked havoc on your vestibular system.
My what?
We're not moving. Something has to be blocking our way again. The navigation readings are curious.
Curious? In what way?
I don't know exactly, but something's distorting them.
Okay. Nothing cures a hangover like taking a walk. Wanna go and check that thing out, Jan?
Distorting gravity around here. We need to think of a way to deal with it if we want to push on. This anomaly. I haven't seen them behave like this. Out of storage space.
think my metabolism of glucose might have been affected. I'm finding it hard to concentrate. That's exactly what I feared. This party was premature. Hey, I took a closer look at our obstacle. It looks like something is distorting the gravity field around here. Good thing our base stopped, or we'd just be floating around in the air like those rocks. Amazing. The sheer scale of it. I wonder if it's related to the interval. Yeah, this planet, so full of mysteries. It's almost a shame we need to get out of here in a hurry. I can take the pressure, don't worry. But we can't expect to deal with a problem if we don't understand it properly. How do you suggest we go about it? We'll need to start by collecting more data about the field distortion characteristics. The base should have blueprints for a device called a gravity sensor. Once you craft it, it needs to be placed somewhere high to cover as much ground as possible. We're in a canyon, right? So maybe a ledge somewhere high up would be good. I'll mark potential spots on your map. Okay, I'm on it. I discovered something new. An anomaly that seemed to be pulsating.
Pulsating? As in shrinking and expanding?
Yeah, and it seemed to have two cores inside.
Very interesting. Thank you for bringing this observation to me. I suppose destroying it will be easier if you time your movement accordingly to the pattern in which it pulsates?
I'll keep that in mind. Thanks. Hey, you feeling all right?
Yep, yeah. Just a little dizzy after last night. I don't think I ate enough fatty foods. Not that we have any in here. Could have made more pierogi.
Hey, you feeling all right?
Honestly, been better. Yeah. I need to replenish my electrolytes. Would be easier if we had any isotonics left in the storage room. Someone must have got to them first.
Hey, you feeling all right?
What? Oh, I don't remember anything from last night, except for waking up in the technician's bed, which I'd rather forget.
What's the matter, girl? You look down.
Should I go there next?
Hey there. Time to wake up. Don't be freaked out, okay? Everything's fine. Yeah, of course. Right. So, where do you think you are? Oh, looks like I'm where I'm supposed to be. And not. Exactly. I couldn't have put it better myself. You're on the mission you were supposed to depart on, but circumstances have changed, and you're someone slightly different than you think you are. Huh. You look like me, and you seem to know me well. I feel like I'm looking into a distorted mirror. Is this some kind of metaphysical experience? In a way, you could say that. But before we get into it, I need to ask you some routine questions. You know who you are? Sound question. A lifetime isn't enough to find the answer. Look, it's not a test. Stating your name and role on this mission will be enough. Okay. In that case, my name is Jan Dolsky, and I volunteered to join the crew as a physician. I passed all the tests. They told me my resume was adequate. So, what went wrong? I'll be honest with you, a lot of things went wrong. This will sound disturbing, but my name is Jan Dolsky, too. I'm the one who went on this mission, but things got complicated and I needed help. So, I decided to create alternative versions of myself with different memories of their lives, different skills, and you're one of them. What? Wait, does that mean, yeah, you're my alter. But my life, I was supposed to. I wanted to make amends. And you can still do that, believe me, plenty of good deeds to be done here. You don't understand. I need to fix things. Everything's connected. My scars, the blisters on my hands. Wow. They're so impeccable. And my tattoo, it's gone. What happened to me? Who am I? Calm down, please. I know this is a lot to process, but it might help you to know that you're not the first to be going through this. Talking to the others might help you understand it all better. Take your time. Try to settle in gradually. Read the mission logs. Mission logs? I'm not dead, right? This isn't it. No, man. Your life has just begun. Huh. The absurd man says yes, and his efforts will henceforth be unceasing. Come again? Just a quote that came to me from, never mind. Just get some rest.
Is it just me, or is something wrong with our fridge?
What do you mean?
It smells like dead fish.
What, you don't like our fancy old fridge? What's up?
Hey there. You all right?
All done. Should I take care of this now? All done here. Should I help with this now?
surface exploration vehicle. So this is where he landed. Damn, you look busted. Shame. Could have made good use of you. Awesome. Another movie.
Done here. Should I help with this now? Should I go there next? done here. Should I help with this now?
Hey, what's the matter?
I was wondering, is it just me, or do you have it too?
Have what?
A splitting headache that won't go away no matter what I do. And a bad stomach too. Ever since that damn party.
That's worrying. A regular hangover should have gone away by now.
Yeah. Got me thinking, maybe the booze was spoiled? We never checked its expiry date. Could have mold in it or some bacteria.
Okay, man. Just take it easy for now and don't forget to hydrate properly.
Yeah, don't worry. I won't be slowing you down. Even Molly's not there for me when I need her. Look at her, sulking in her little space. I hope none of those idiots plied her with that rotten stuff.
I found something interesting outside. An exploration vehicle. Landed quite a distance from where the base was dropped.
No kidding, a buggy?
More like a truck, but it's busted.
Oh, damn. I bet it's one of those turret vehicles. Did you know they were radiation proof and you can stay out in them for days?
Is there any chance you could do something to get it up and running?
Up and running? It took a mighty uncontrolled fall from what you're saying. I wouldn't get my hopes up. So much stuff you need to take. I knew there was something wrong with her. I saw it, and I didn't do anything. Wait, what the hell happened to her? What does it look like? She's gone. Molly's gone.
What? But why? I mean, no, that's not possible. There was never any problem with her.
I came to see her like I did every day, and she was just lying motionless, cold and stiff. That's just unthinkable. Such an innocent little being.
Yeah, poor thing. Never got to see a real meadow in her short life.
At least her life had meaning. She will be remembered as the first living organism ever to be created with the use of rubidium.
She was our loyal companion on this journey. Let's at least honor her with a moment's silence. Here.
Should I remind you that we are in the kitchen, the place where food is prepared? The longer Molly is lying around in here, the higher the risk of contamination.
He called her by her name. And he does have a point.
Remind me again why we needed the sheep?
Let's just decide what to do quickly and get back to work. This is taking too much time.
Ollie's been a part of this mission before any of us arrived. In a way, she paved the way for us. I say we bury her with honors.
You know what's the best thing about sheep? They're humble and simple. I don't think Molly would want us to make a fuss over her.
Still, we are talking about corporate property here. I say we put her in the freezer and take her back to Earth. Ally Corp scientists might be interested in her. But it's your call, Jan. You're the captain. What do you think?
Let's bury her with honors on this godforsaken planet. No. We can't do that.
What? Why not?
Don't you all remember what they said at training? If any member of the crew dies for an unknown reason, it is the duty of the scientist on board to carry out a post-mortem without delay.
Member of the crew?
She was a live being, and her cause of death is unknown. We should find out what really happened. We owe it to her, and to ourselves.
And it's a mandatory procedure. Let's do it.
Let's perform an autopsy and see what we can find out.
All right. I won't argue with procedures.
All done. Should I take care of this now?
See me. I'd like to draw your attention to something. Hey, are you done with the post-mortem? Did you find Molly's cause of death? Yes and no. Don't you just love science?
I know the direct cause of death, and it wasn't food poisoning.
No?
No, it was a severe brain hemorrhage.
What? Why?
That's the tricky part. Her brain looked changed. Part of it was covered with a strange, transparent film, like mutated tissue of some sort.
How can you be sure it was this thing that caused the hemorrhage?
I don't know, Jan. I'm not a neurosurgeon, and I'm certainly not a veterinarian. A basic autopsy on a human being is all I'm trained to do. I ran a sample through our standard lab tests, and it doesn't fit any known results. So all I can tell you is this isn't any condition I could put a name on.
Well, I guess there is nothing more we can do, at least for now. Why don't we leave it at that and get back to what's important?
No. That would be very careless. Just because it seems like an irrelevant distraction doesn't mean we should ignore it. We ruled out bad food and bad air conditioning as a cause of death. That's good news. However, there could be other external factors at play. This planet, the Interral. Who knows if the proximity plane doesn't interact with our reality in some ways we don't yet understand? We have no idea about the microbiome here, bacteria, maybe even viruses.
Viruses? What are you saying?
We should all get tested, just to be on the safe side.
So, the technician was right when he urged us to examine the sheep.
And we were right to listen to him. Now let's follow through.
Okay. How do you want to proceed?
MRI scanning. A simple procedure that will give us the first crucial answer. Is anything affecting our brains too? All I need from you is a simple upgrade of our infirmary. Think you can handle that?
Okay. I'll take care of it right away.
Excellent. We'll start the checkups immediately after it's ready.
Hey, friend. want me to take care of that? Want me to take a look there? Would you like me to go there? Our storage is rather full.
Hi, my name is David Peterson. I was abducted by aliens on June 1st, 2017, and this is my irrefutable evidence. What do I know that no one else knows? Everything.
Oh, it's getting scary.
To the top. Yeah, right, SpaceX. They don't want you to know any of this. And I can prove it! I'm not afraid of the government. Undeniable proof of my alien abduction.
Wow.
Are you David Randall Peterson?
Shit.
Who are you? Agent 17, Sector 6, Classification L, Clearance Level Bread. You ever go on YouTube, Dave? Yeah. Have a seat, Dave. Did you post a YouTube video entitled Have a Seat, Dave? Entitled Undeniable Proof of My Alien Abduction?
Yeah. Oh, I was just kicking around a theory. It's just for fun, you know.
You were right, Dave. You were right about all of it. Some humanoid beings out of Sector D418 picked you up for a routine poke and prod. Usually their memory wipes are good, but it seems yours wore off.
Oh my god, I knew it.
You did. But you're not gonna know it anymore.
Okay, excuse me, and good. Okay, cool. We're good.
Wait, I have a lot of questions here.
Hey, you just forget I ever said anything. Should be easy.
So they put a tracker chip in my head.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Oh, that's a problem. Hold that thought. Cool. Hold that thought.
Because it's the last chance you'll ever get to.
Alright, so something's not working here.
So stupid.
I'm gonna need a second.
Is this thing safe? It feels...
Hey, sorry, 1 sec. Hey, Barry. Yeah, the mind wiper's not working again. I know. Yeah, no, I tried that. I'm looking. 45 or 47?
I don't know if it's supposed to be putting so much weight on my head.
Alright, thank you, Barry. Okay. Ow! Hey, so honestly, just so you know, you're not crazy. It all did really happen. Just...
Your memory might be a little bit hazy.
Son of a bitch. Yeah! Okay.
Okay, no.
Okay, Barry, yeah, it's sparking.
Yeah, I'm done with this.
Sucks!
I'm done with this.
Tell Sean to put in a repair order.
I've been peeing blue for a month. Can someone
Wait.
please explain to me what's going on
Yeah.
here?
You know that whole alien abduction thing we were talking about? Yes, never happened. It's a bad acid trip. Somebody spiked your Coca-Cola, kid.
You just told me that it all really happened.
But it didn't. You were just making it up for attention.
No, it wasn't.
Got you, bro. It was a prank. Classic prank, alien abduction thing. It's me, your buddy, who used to prank you all the time in college. Oh,
You're not Josh.
get the hell out of here! Hey, listen. You need me here, okay? You don't want this in your brain, all right? Because if those gray space bastards find out you still remember them, they won't try a second wipe, okay? You're dead. Death threat. Boom. Instant. You're dead.
Jesus, man. Then let's get the memory out. There's got to be another way than this machine to make me forget, right?
Right. You were never abducted.
I was never abducted.
I was never here.
You were never here. It doesn't work like the hiccups.
Inhale, and then forget everything that's ever happened.
What if you just inception something into my mind?
Not a thing. No.
No, I'm looking at it right here. There's no turquoise wire.
See, I told you, Barry. Who's this guy? I was
Who
never
is this guy?
abducted.
Hang on. What? Hang on a second. Who are you? Wait, who are you? I'm just kidding.
Hey, you little rat! Hey, Barry, come on. There's got to be another way to black out memory. You know, I get it. I get it. I'm getting it.
Show me. Give me a picture. Give me a picture.
No,
Give me a picture.
I'm getting it. I told her I couldn't leave because of my job, but, you know, she's very religious. She wanted to raise our kid on her planet, which I get. You know, she wanted him to be near the ziggurat so he could harvest the blood of the unwise. I get it, but it's hard, you know? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'd be better off if I could just forget them.
Hey, what? Forget. Stop that. That memory makes you who you are.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Even if it hurts, you know, some things you just shouldn't erase.
Okay, tell that to yourself, Dave. Oh. Even if it hurts you, you shouldn't erase it. That's you, Dave.
Right.
Yeah. Right?
Hey, but seriously, right though.
Right?
I don't want to forget this.
No.
I don't want to forget it.
Yeah!
I don't want to forget you.
I don't want to forget tonight. I don't want to forget I don't want to forget you.
Well, that thing doesn't work.
I don't want to forget that either. I don't even want to forget the aliens. Aliens! Hey, if you can hear me, I don't want to forget you. I love you. The memory of you makes me who I am.
You have got to be kidding me.
Hey, Barry, yeah. The memory's gone. No, I was speaking euphemistically. He got killed by the aliens. Still file the repair order. Yeah. Cool. Thanks. Good to see you, Dave. You're dead. I assume that what I witnessed is you die. It's a chance that you got teleported and there's gonna be
Pass
another
me another
sequel,
beer,
but
please.
we'll see.
Cheers.